Hi guys, it's Dr. Nasser Mahmood here. Today we're looking at the adrenal gland, one of the body's major endocrine organs. The adrenal gland is unique because it actually has two different glands combined into one structure, each with different embryological origins and different functions. These two regions are the adrenal cortex and the adrenal medulla. Let's talk about the capsule. At the outer surface of the adrenal gland is a fibrous capsule. This capsule is composed of connective tissue and surrounds the entire gland. Small strands of connective tissue may extend inward from the capsule into the cortex. The adrenal cortex. Just beneath the capsule lies the adrenal cortex. This is the outer portion of the adrenal gland and it produces steroid hormones. The cells of the cortex often appear pale or foamy under the microscope. This is because they contain lipids and cholesterol, which are used to produce steroid hormones. The adrenal cortex is divided into three distinct layers, each producing different hormones. This most superficial layer is the Zona glomerulosa. The cells here form small clusters or rounded groups. This layer produces mineralocorticoids, primarily aldosterone, which regulates sodium and potassium balance. The middle and largest layer is the zona fasciculata. Here the cells are arranged in long corticoids or fascicles. This layer produces glucocorticoids, mainly cortisol, which regulate metabolism and stress responses. The deepest cortical layer is the zona reticularis. The cells here form a network-like arrangement. This layer produces androgens, which are steroid hormones related to sex hormone production. A helpful way to remember these layers is glomerulosa, fasciculata, reticularis, which correspond to salt, sugar, and sex. Mineralocorticoids regulate salt, glucocorticoids regulate sugar metabolism, and androgens influence sex hormones. At the center of the adrenal gland is the adrenal medulla. This region is very different from the cortex. The adrenal medulla is derived from neural tissue and functions like a modified sympathetic ganglion. The cells here produce the fight or flight hormones, epinephrine, or so-called adrenaline, or norepinephrine, so-called noradrenaline. These hormones are released in response to stress or sympathetic nervous system activation. The adrenal medulla is extremely vascular. Large veins, often called central veins, are commonly seen within the medulla. These veins carry hormones released by adrenal cells into the bloodstream. In summary, to recognize the adrenal gland histologically, look for these key features: a fibrous capsule surrounding the gland, a thick adrenal cortex with three layers, the zona glomerulosa, the zona fasciculata, and the zona reticularis, cells with foamy cytoplasm due to lipid content, a darker central adrenal medulla, and large central veins commonly present within the medulla. Together, these structures form the classic appearance of adrenal gland. And that's the histological structure of the adrenal gland, an endocrine organ responsible for producing both steroid hormones and stress hormones. Now let's move on to the next slide.